since the passage of the Official Information Act, international standards for freedom of information laws have been developed. And one of them is that withholding grounds should always be subject to an overriding public interest test. The withholding grounds in Section 6 of our OIA are not subject to a public interest override. For example, in the UK freedom of information law, the international relations exemption is subject to a public interest override, but New Zealand's withholding ground is not. Do you think, Chris, the Act should be strengthened by adding a public interest test to Section 6?
Yes, I think the Act could be strengthened in a number of ways. When we passed it, I think we were the first in the world to move to this kind of regime and move away from an Official Secrets Act regime, but we've kind of rested on our laurels with the OIA a bit. And I think we've been overtaken by other jurisdictions. And I think Philippa touches on this in her report. So the answer to your question is yes, but not only strengthened in relation to Section 6, but also strengthened in other areas as well. And as Philippa says, and I happen to agree with her, extending the scope of the OIA to the parliamentary precinct. So much has to be done with that legislation because I think we've slipped behind the rest of the world, and some of those key principles are now somewhat blurred.